We're going to go now to Tony in Bristol, who I think has got some thoughts on the Insulate Britain protesters. Tony, good morning to you.
Hi.
Hi there. So you've got some thoughts, have you, about these protesters blocking the M25 junctions and so on?
Well, that's right. But I'd like to also say something about the vaccines, because this is what's called scientism. It's not science. We've had all this, we're going to follow the science, But then when the scientists say something that Chris Whitty doesn't like, then they just do something completely different, like vaccinate children. So it's not science. It's absolutely clearly not. It's scientism. And this is something that was looked at by people like C.S. Lewis in the 1950s. You know, they're saying here that this is using science for your own financial, political agenda. Anyway, look, on to the Extinction Rebellion. Reason I wanted to call is because I worked with George Monbiot back in the 1990s.
Oh, yes.
I'm a campaigning journalist now, and still do some environmental campaigning. But as far as I can see, there's absolutely no sense whatsoever to trying to stop these cars on the M25. First of all, you're targeting with a disruption the very people you're trying to bring on side.
Exactly.
That doesn't seem to make sense to me as an environmental campaigner that's been involved in land occupations and things like that over the years at all. You know, what's happening is the car is actually right now, and car drivers are one of the big successes of the climate people and the Extinction Rebellion. For example, we've got thousands and thousands now of people buying electric cars. This is an enormous success for them. And the other thing, which is even worse, is that London is now about to have £30 to drive into anywhere within the North Circular and South Circular roads, a massive extra charge. So they have been incredibly successful, Richard, when it comes to cars. And yet they've decided in this absolutely unhinged fashion to target the car drivers. I don't get it at all.
Well, Tony, I think you're absolutely right. And I speak as a 100% electric car owner myself. I love the electric car I've got. It's fantastic. But I understand that they are more expensive, but technology improves, the price will come down, and not only do they reduce emissions, but they lead to, quieter cities where, of course, so many people live. And I think you're right. I think that we understand the whole concept of people wanting to raise an issue, to protest, in this case about insulating more homes. That's fine. That's what protest is all about. But they've completely, I think in your and my view, shot themselves utterly in the foot, because they've upset so many people, they've disrupted so many people, they've frustrated and infuriated so many people that they're doing a danger to their cause.
Well, I mean, as an environmental journalist, I brought a book out earlier this year about secret power. It's called The Siege of Heaven Reader, which is looking at secret power over the centuries. And I think what's going on here, my question is it an accident that they've made this idiotic decision to try and block the very people that they're trying to get on board with their debate? Or is it deliberate? Because it looks to me as if there is an element of the direction that XR has been taking, which is completely against what we would say is social justice, environmental campaigns. I look at George Monbiot, for example, and his attitude to the nuclear issue. We as environmentalists, many worked with him, and now he decided just after Fukushima to come out as a pro-nuclear person.
Yes,
now,
I know.
Me, the environment does not benefit from thousands of years of nuclear fuel sitting around.
Tony, thank you for those thoughts. It is, without question, this debate is never going to stop. I think the protesters have shot themselves in the foot. But tell me your views on 0344 499 1000.